have it. Motion passes. Next item.
Next item 6, approval of modification number 1 to a contract with PK Contracting, Inc.
Okay, and I believe this is just PK bought out the former company. This is just changing the name, right? There's no other changes on this. Okay. All right, we have an approval and support. Does anybody have any questions about this? This is a company, PK bought the company that had this contract before. So it's really just kind of a formality. Questions? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, motion passes. We could have done this at 11:15. Yeah. Okay, next item.
Next item E, such other matters as may be properly submitted before the committee.
Does anybody have such other matters for this committee? Okay, next item.
Item F, public comments.
Anyone for the, oh. Yeah. Can I give a meeting consideration? Doesn't the chair?
No, but he's just going to advise the committee that they want.
Okay. Okay, all right. We're going to go back to such other matters. Welcome.
Michael Van Antwerp, Director of Engineering. We're going to be asking for an immediate consideration of a contract for the for MDOT to do improvements to the intersection of Beck and 6 Mile. Now, typically, we're a 20% participation in these projects. MDOT lets the project as an MDOT contract, but our agreement with MDOT is we have to get these contracts through our system in such a way that matches their system. And it's usually happens, I think it's 45 days that MDOT gives us to, once they are ready to let the contract, we have 45 days to sign it and give it back to them. And this has been on the list, and there's been other matters, of course. So we're kind of up against it with MDOT. So we'd really like to notify this board that we will be asking for immediate consideration of that contract.
Okay, so that would be then on the next voting, the full board.
We would hope it would be able to get
Okay,
on
that
Thursday.
would be great. That will be a happy day in Northville when that thing starts, so. Okay, so that you just want to inform us of that?
Yes.
All right, then we'll get the information as it comes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Anybody have questions for that? Commissioner Dobb.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Could you tell us exactly what the improvements are going to include?
It's an intersection widening with signalization upgrade.
Thank you.
Yep, a lot of rollover accidents there, a lot of accidents, so this will be good.
This is in concert with the 5 Mile and Beck intersection that we're also improving. So they're kind of together.
Will they come to us together?
No,
Like that?
5
'Cause I know five's already
and
had-
Beck is already going.
Right.
It's already under contract.
There was another part of that intersection, though, that was going to be improved, right?
Yeah,
Was it on the
so-
Plymouth side?
It was held up. There's a little bit of road acquisition that Northville helped us out with, and there was a long delay due to Consumers Energy not getting out of the way. So it's really, what's going on at 5 Mile and Beck is, sadly enough, typical engineering, typical construction issues, but that's wrapping up. But as a planning segment, or as a planning operation in engineering, those two intersections we're seeing to be done this year as overall improvement for congestion mitigation.
Okay, and is the 6 and Beck going to start in September?
Well, MDOT could probably let it probably before September if we get this contract back to them.
Okay, great.
Yeah, they move pretty quick.
Okay. Oh, Commissioner Baydoun.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Michael, thank you for bringing the subject of intersections to the table. I want to go back and find out what happened with the traffic study, if there was one done or being planned for Warren and Chase at the intersection in Dearborn. And that's a deadly corner. We talked about putting a left arrow signal there, or So I'm wondering if, Ron, you had a chance to look at that. We talked about that a few months back.
Michael Van Antwerp, Director of Engineering. Commissioner, I do remember us talking about it. I did send that instructions to my traffic engineer. I think that was the same conversation we talked about military and outer drive and the signalization little.
Yes, yes.
So I'll get back to my engineer about that. But you were right. After the military one, some truck hit the signalization. So we went up there and realigned it.
Oh, so it's been done.
That's been done.
Okay,
The military
thank
and
you.
outer drive one. But let me check on Warren Chase. I did remember, I did tell him to do a quick study and see what was going on there. So
Thank you.
Great. Any other questions? Okay, well, thank you. Thanks for that update. We'll be looking for that. Okay, now public comments, is that right?
Yep.
Anyone from the public that would like to address CAPS? Anyone from the public? Okay, next item.
Item G, adjournment.
Okay. We have a resolution to adjourn.